Hey folks, just another addendum video here because I want to talk to you about why we're really doing this. Okay. Now, so far we've gone through 8 lessons. We started with 401k, the big hoax of 401ks and why they're not right for you. Hopefully by now you guys are seeing the picture that you do not want to contribute to those plans. At most you want to contribute to those plans where you're getting your matching contribution from your employer. Then we went into how to fix those 401k plans by using 401k arbitrage. We talked about the two greatest concepts known to wealth building, that's arbitrage and leverage. We've talked about the wealth building pyramid. We've talked about the story of Homer and Dalton and how Homer beat Dalton because he took a different approach, and why Dalton set himself by taking traditional planning advice. Not for failure, but not to be set up as good as he wants to be. We talked about taxes, income taxes, the truth about taxes. Okay, why you're not paying as much in federal income taxes as you think you are. However, taxes as a whole are eating you alive. And we showed you in this lesson how to, pay less in federal income taxes. I mean, it's the only tax you can actually control. We have 4 more lessons to go here for this segment, this 12-lesson segment. Hopefully, you watched the video where I talked about my big vision here, trying to create an investment club where we will segment into different investment clubs based on the investment opportunities I present to you that you find appealing to you. And I assure you, you're going to find some investments that appeal to you that are going to outperform anything you've done in the past or anything you're thinking about doing. And as a club, if we come together, a group of like-minded people, you are going to be fine. Now, obviously, the big theme of this is you must start your own home-based business, and I keep reiterating that it doesn't have to be some multi-million-dollar business. You just have to have the intent to make a profit and hopefully be profitable by the 3rd year. I am going to show you all kinds of ways to make extra money from your home. Okay, not some gimmicky stuff, some real honest to goodness ways to make money. I'm going to have guest speakers on there going to talk to you about low-cost franchise opportunities so you can explore your different avenues. We're going to do a special webinar where I will talk to all of you guys and gals, and we're going to pick 1 or 2 or 3 of you out of the audience. We're going to find out your passions, and we're going to create a business around your passion. Any one of you can do this. This membership site that you're on right now is my home-based business. Okay, I have several other businesses outside. Next week we're going to be talking about the home equity lie, and I'm going to share with you during the backdoor effect lesson. I'm going to tell you another business I do on the side. The bottom line is, what I'm doing here, believe it or not, does not take up much of my time. However, it is my passion. Yes, it takes a lot up front, but once it's done, it's recorded in time. It's done for history. I can go back and change things anytime I want, or however I want to approach it. But as I've said before, I don't know when you're watching this video that you're watching right now, but I recorded it days, months, years ago. I don't know when you're watching. Okay, who knows where I'm at right now? If you're contacting me, you know what's going on in my life. But the bottom line is, you do need to start your own home-based business. You just need to get it out of your mind that this is some difficult task. You have the built-in business right here to promote this site. That's a true business. I pay 2 levels deep. You can go to my biz toolbox. You can go to my biz and learn more about that. I don't want to keep harping on that. So for the last time, I'm going to tell you, it is in your best interest not only to make money to promote this site, if you truly believe in my message, but it's also in your best interest because you're going to be building a bigger site. If we have 1,000 people in this club with $1,000, that's $1 million to invest. We're going to have some people that have 500 to invest, maybe 100 to invest. Some people that may have 100,000 to invest. My point being is, when you come together, man, the opportunities just start pounding on the door. So, after the 12th lesson, we're going to talk more about the club and why it's important to go forward. And then you guys are going to have to make a decision whether to go forward with me and pay a monthly fee. It's going to be very reasonable, and it's tax deductible, of course. And then I'm going to start bringing out the big stuff. Okay. Right off the bat, I'm going to show you a better place to put your money than a 401k plan. In fact, what I believe, you remember we have the 4 quadrants. I've spoke about this before. We have the E fund, which is your emergency fund, the F fund, which is your fun fund, the O fund, which is your opportunity fund, which is where you're going to want to put money for the investment clubs we're creating down the road, and then you have your R fund, or your retirement fund. So one of the very first lessons you're going to learn as we progress after the 12th lesson is where to put your R fund, your long-term money, which actually benefits you today. Best place in the world, Best kept secret in the world. Some people are starting to learn about it, but overall, it's a mystery to people, and you're going to really love that session. But I'm getting ahead of myself again. I'm also going to talk to you, if you progress with me, why this, you've been told your whole life, or you've been told by rich people, whomever, that you need to pay cash, don't go into debt. That's baloney, guys. Not when you get into the investment opportunities I'm going to show you. In fact, the worst thing you can do for most of you is to pay cash for your big ticket items like your cars, boats, vacations, even your house, which you'll learn soon. You don't want to pay cash for things. You want to finance as much as possible. See, there's good debt and there's bad debt. And we're going to focus on good debt. So that's kind of a summary of what's going on here. But where we're at, okay, is I want to make it clear, why are we even doing this? We're told to put money aside for retirement. And yet 96% of all Americans are reliant on government or family when they retire. That means only 4% are self-reliant. Now that's not a statistic to be proud of. I want to make sure you guys are self-reliant, and you want to be self-reliant, because the way things are going, our government nor our family may have enough money to take care of us in the future, if that's what we're hoping for. So we have to be self-reliant. And I don't care what your position is right now. I don't care if you work in a convenience store. I don't care if you drive a limo. We've all done things to get by and pay the bills. But you can't work in a convenience store or make $50,000 a year or whatever the case may be and think you're going to be able to put aside enough money to retire, because we're all living longer. You have to do something else. But the bottom line is, everybody has this retirement planning thing all wrong. That's why I keep preaching freedom planning. Because planning for retirement is about lifestyle, right? We want to create enough money that when we go into retirement, we can either quit working altogether, or we can at least do work on our passion. And we have enough money to maintain our lifestyle. And all of us want a better lifestyle. I don't care how much money you make. I was making $6 million a year in my lifestyle. I wanted a better lifestyle. Pretty sad. I mean, today I don't think I need to do that, but back then I was younger. So it only stands to reason that you guys listen very closely to me, because cash flow is king. Why do you insist on getting into investments in things that you have no control over, that go up and down, to provide you cash flow in the future, when it's so easy to create a better lifestyle today and at the same time create a lifestyle that you want to maintain in the future? It goes back to the assets you should be buying produce income, so you can buy more assets and maybe peel off a piece of it to increase your lifestyle today. The lesson you just watched, simple lesson you just watched, will show you how to increase your income $200, $300, $500, $750 per month. That changes lives. When you see the backdoor effect lesson, I'm going to show you other places where you can put more money in your pocket. If you're not sending money out to Uncle Sam, that's income. If you don't have money flowing out, then it's the same as income, folks. You understand that? So we have to attack this at two angles. Let's send less money out, and let's bring more money in. And that just creates a wider and wider gap. So you just, owning your own business gives you a different lifestyle. Now, some of you may go on with this side business you start, this home-based business, and it may become a multi-million-dollar company. You don't know. I'm going to show you ways to do that. I'll show you how to market. We'll have lessons on marketing and things of that nature. You can take it to any degree you want, but just start a home-based business. You need to create something to generate more income, because income begets more income. It's a nice circle that you want to get involved in. Income, more income, more income, and more income. And be patient. It's not going to all happen at once. But throwing money into a 401k plan or an IRA, crossing your fingers, praying that Wall Street's been right all these years, knowing that 96% of all Americans have failed, is not a plan. It's a hope and a prayer. So the bottom line is, we are approaching everything with common sense. We're trying to enjoy our life more today, because, death is waiting at us in the kitchen. Death is waiting for us in our bathroom. Death is waiting for us all the time. So we need to enjoy life more today. But that doesn't mean we neglect the future. But we don't have to. We don't have to. We can enjoy life more today while planning for the future at the same time. And it all starts with this whole, you may think my lessons are hokey. You may think I'm some hillbilly. Obviously, I'm not a hillbilly. I do have a little bit of knowledge. I don't know what your age is. You may be in college, which if so, God bless you. I'm glad you're here because there's nothing that thrills me more. That's my true passion, is helping college students get on the right path. You may be in your 60s, 40s, 50s, anywhere in between. It doesn't matter where you're at. We're going to get you in a better position. Now, if you're watching this video and you haven't watched the other videos, go watch the videos. Some of them you won't learn a darn thing in. Oh, I already know that. But it'll reconfirm it in your mind. That, oh, well, yeah, this makes sense. Well, yeah, this is another guy that agrees with me. You need to watch the videos, and you need to watch them in order. Because we're all leading up to someplace. You guys know where I'm leading with this thing. I want 1,000, 10,000 members in this site. Then the world's our oyster. It's over. You'll start being able to get gas and oil wells. You're going to be life settlements. You're going to be in tips, commercial real estate. You can be, together as a group, you guys can become developers. The list, tax liens, hard money loans, which is huge, big time returns. It just goes on and on. You will be in demand, and you will be able to be very selective of where you guys put your money. But if you have $1,000 or $10,000 to invest or $50,000 to invest, those opportunities aren't sitting out there for you. So this club is very important to all of us. Obviously, I make my money by membership fees. That's my goal, my intent. And to keep the group together, do the education part, and bring people to. And I think that's worth money. I mean, you guys you'll spend that, whatever I charge for this club, you'll spend that on newspapers, magazines every single month. You'll spend that on cable, coffee, Starbucks, whatever. Okay, the bottom line is I'm bringing to make it a true investment club, there has to be some kind of educational format to it. That's what I bring. So the bottom line is we're here for lifestyle. So let's start enjoying our lifestyle now. Guys, not only can you write off, let's say $300 a month by owning your own home-based business, but if you get 3 members, by the time it's all said and done, if you refer 3 people to this site and they all move forward with us, you're going to be making an extra $100 a month and have no fees of your own. Your fees are paid for. So now you're up to $400 extra a month. Just because you have a home-based business, you can take tax write-offs and you refer to a whopping 3 people to this club. Maybe it's 4. I haven't done the math. But it's not a whole lot of people. And if you believe in the message, if you believe in what we're trying to achieve here, it's going to be easy for you to tell people. You just go out and say, you just do not want to miss this. And you can tell them what the big picture is. Explain it to them. But they have to go through the same process you're going through. They have to join and watch the first 12 lessons because we need like-minded individuals. Everybody must be on the same page. Yes, you can have varying opinions and things of that nature, but we must be on the same page of what we are trying to achieve as a group. And it's lifestyle. Today and in the future. Anyway, this was just a little, some words of wisdom. This was a little chat from my heart. I do want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for watching the videos, listening to me, being part of this. Hopefully you see the bigger picture. Hopefully you're seeing the light. Obviously you can reach out to me anytime you want just to chat, to say hi, or whatever the case may be. Leave comments whenever you want. Tell me you don't like my new haircut. I just got it cut real short. Shaved off the goatee because it was starting to get too much gray. Put on a different pair of glasses. I'm a little more casual today than usual. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for you having trust and faith in me and believing in what we're doing here. And we'll see you in next week's lesson where we talk about your home. And while most of these pundits are out there saying it's the biggest investment of your life and the best investment and the foundation of building wealth, that is absolutely 180 degrees wrong. It's just the opposite. So, until 5 days from now, you guys be well and be safe out there, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Okay? Bye-bye.